Okay, so never a dull moment in the world of model railroading. This video is not going to be about trains, but it is going to be about what we all have to deal with, and that's lighting. Uh, Back 4 or 5 years ago, I went in and reballasted and changed all the bulbs in the fluorescent fixtures to cool white. And it's gone a long time. Well, we came in and flipped the lights on today, and this one didn't work. Okay, so because of a situation where I have done this in a fixture inside the house, we're going to LED bulbs. Now, we have one little problem. The pieces that they give you, i.e. right here, if you kind of figure this out when you get into it, it goes like this in that slot. You see how the one there is kind of like in a T? Well, this one isn't. So we had to go modify the base plate up there. And I'll get up there and take a bit closer picture. We cut the holes out, and we have one of the little things in there. And that'll be the hot end. The other end, we're just going to remove all the wires. They give you the pieces for the other end, and they give you both pieces, but in this case, I'm just going to use the old sockets because they'll work for just removing the wires. So, on to the project, and this is switching a fluorescent fixture over to an LED, and we're using this toggle it, and we're using daylight 650K, 6,500K. All right, so there's the specs on the whole project. And got to buy 2 packs, 4 bulbs. Thought they had a 4-bulb kit, but that's all right. This is the other part they gave me. It was kind of like the tip-off. We're going to have to do some modifications. The other one that I did inside the house, I had to drill the hole out a little bit larger than what they gave you because this screw that held them up in that fixture didn't quite fit in. That was a little bit simpler than this is. So we're going to go up here and take the old ballast out and then start getting into the rest of this. So you see I modified all those holes so I can fit the new one in. That's the 2 wires for the new one. There's my black and white wires from the 110. Better go turn the lights out again. That one's on. That means them 2 wires right there are hot. But we're going to take that ballast out. We don't need it up here anymore. Okay. Okay, so we've got all the wiring complete, and we got one of the bulbs put in as the test. On this end down here, we just use the old sockets. We just cut off the wires up in the fixture, took that little metal plate down, trimmed all the wires off. Those serve no purpose electrically on this setup. Then put all your black and white wires together into the existing black and white. The wires that come with this are too short. So I learned this lesson inside. So I cut the black and white wire on the ballast off very close to the ballast. So I had that extra piece added on there. I had to go make a piece for the job I did inside. After we modified the bracket on the other end to hold the plugs with the wire, we ran the wires through, got them all hooked up. Now we're going to go put the other 3 bulbs in, and then you can see the comparison. Okay, so we got all 4 bulbs in. Now we got to put the cover plate for the wires in, and then put the diffuser on it. Okay, so without the diffuser on, little look at, and believe me, we're going to all agree this is a significant temperature change. Now, it does match the temperature for underneath here and most of what's over here and what's down there, which is not on right now. But as time goes on, I'll replace everything with the 6,500 Kelvin lights. Believe me, as you get older, you'll find out you need all the lights you can get. Okay, so we're back in business. Got all the lights working. The four on this side are still all cool white. So we have one now with the 650 Kelvin lights in it. And one LED. So buildings built 2008 were 220. So this is 12 years in. We'll say that was an original ballast. Everything I saw in there, it was all the original stuff. So, because believe me, when we took ballasts out of some of these other ones and redid them, I know what I did to cut the wires and then put the new ones in. So anyway, I'm sure as time goes along, we'll end up with the whole thing being LEDs. So there it is. Another lighting part for reference. With taxes, it's about $22 per two LEDs. So you're looking at about a $45 project to convert that light fixture over from fluorescent to LED. If you go out and try to buy a new ballast, and one of the bulbs had a black end in it, you're past that. So might as well just convert them to LEDs now, and as they go out. And another Tales from the Bayou. Been an exciting day, because I'll tell you, it never ends on the railroad. Turned it on yesterday. Where is it? Don't see it. You heard it pop right there. Right there. Heard it pop. So we're short right now. New ones are on the way. So should have them before the meeting on Friday. If not, I have one big power supply there that we can fudge across and use it on Friday to run the other booster. But never a dull moment around here. Ever since we had the lightning strike about 3 or 4 years ago, it's always exciting, something going on. So, Tales from the Bayou, and we'll say good afternoon on a Monday.